give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto this life furnace, to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. I did a show last night, and something that I looked up in the spirit, I got up this morning, and kind of stuck in my mind. So I looked it up. I looked up more words. I looked up, which I discovered that, through the spirit, a true definition of something. And it kind of hit harder as I got up. So I was, I don't do them. I'm one of them brothers that don't do the morning shows or, start my day out. Those shows, I like to do my shows at night. When I'm more relaxed and I'm less things to worry about, just fully could come in. But I was compelled to do this show. So Lord willing, your brothers be edified. I'm gonna start out with the scripture I found it, this particular verse, this definition, and I'm gonna go from there. Jeremiah. Hey, Lord willing, your brothers be edified. That's the only thing I can really say, because I know when I looked at it, when I looked deep into it, I became more edified. I became more in depth. And being a Hebrew Israelite, I must say, it's not just calling the white man the devil. We always say that because when you first come into this thing, your thought process is just, blasting the white man. Esau is a devil. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Esau is a fucking devil. All right. 2/3 of our people are devils. Prophecy is extremely important. But there's certain things that we, as men in this truth, must come to understanding. It's not just the destruction of the society, all right? It's the building of us. And how is the Lord building us? How is the Lord, the things that we know seemingly is impossible to the naked eye to establish what the Lord is going to establish. But for us, we know that it's going to happen because we believe in it. But the in-depths and how the Lord wants his church to be perfect is more than you can ever imagine, Matter of fact, we start out. I'm all over the place, but Ephesians, was it 4? I just wanted, the key word is perfect, so. Yep. Ephesians, I saw that 4 and 10. He that descended is the same also that ascended up for far above all heavens, that might fill all things. That he might fill all things, right? We're just talking about who? Yahushua. And he gave some apostles, what is this thing that he gave? When you read up, should I go all the way up? I want to start up. Ephesians 4:7. But unto every one of us is given grace, according to the measures of the gift of the Most High. Of Yahushua. So Yahushua is the gift giver. He's the one that gave brothers certain gifts to manifest his word. All right, because the Most High gave him the reins. The Lord gave the Most High gave Yahushua the reins after he accomplished his mission. Okay, it says, wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high, he led captives captives, right? And gave gifts unto men. I should have started on 1. Slakia. I'm just gonna go with the spirit. All right. Ephesians 4:1. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith you are called. So Paul himself said that he is a prisoner, all right, What is a prisoner? A prisoner is someone that is restrained. Okay, somebody that doesn't have the freedom, so to speak, to do whatever they want to do. They can't freelance anything. You are a prisoner. We all prisoners of Yahweh Shai. We cannot do what he don't want us to do. All right. He has captivated our minds. He has captured us. All right. If we're part of the elect, we're in his hands. All right. We're not going anywhere. It says, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. All right. So we receive this gift in loneliness and long suffering. But let me jump down. All right, 7. So 8. It says, wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high. So when the Lord left his disciples, right? What happened after the Lord left his disciples? The Holy Spirit came upon the disciples, which came apostles, right? And what was their duty? Their duty was to go out there and to preach. It said, and he led captivity captive, and gave gifts unto men. What is that gift? That gift is all our gift. Whatever we strong at, whatever we weak at, whatever, the Lord gave us all a gift. Faith, how to preach, how to break down scriptures. These are all gifts. Now that he's ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? So the Lord went through the things that we went through. All right. He's the one that completed the mission at hand. He's the forerunner. Okay. The Lord knows exactly what we're going through. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, and that he might fill all things. Because the scripture says the spirit of prophecy is the Lord. The Lord is the spirit of prophecy. Roughly paraphrasing it, he gave some apostles, which means sent away, some prophets, all right, to say before, some evangelists, which is the same as the spreading the gospel, which is the good news, some pastors, and some teachers. So different skill sets for the perfecting of the saints. So all these things, all these different offices was given to brothers for the perfecting of the saints, perfecting the Lord's house. It says for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Yahweh Shai, which when you look up the word edifying, it means to build up. All right, till we all come into unity of the faith and the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the statute of the fulfillment of Yahweh Shai. So it's about us individually, but it's about the body. Okay. So let me get to the lesson I wanted to. That was just appetizer, I guess. Jeremiah 17, and I started at 9. There's a point. I started at 9. It says the heart is deceitful above all things, which is talking about your mind. Your mind is deceitful. All right. Your thoughts. If your thoughts, well, I'm not gonna say it yet. It says desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart, which we know is your mind, and I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doing. So I look up the word reins. The Hebrew word is kal ya. It says of the physical organ, literally. No, it's not talking about the kidneys. I'm sorry, kidneys. But the kidneys have something to do with this as well. All right. It says the seat of motions and affects figuratively, and that's the key. All right. Is the seat of emotions. So I said, you know what? Let me look up reins in the regular dictionary, Slakia. Oh my goodness, I hate when I do this. Slakia. Did it? I had it. There it is. So when you look up the word reins in etymon, right? It said rein. It says a strip of a bridle attached to it on either side of the head, by which the rider or driver restrains and guides the animal. All right. So what you have is the bridle, which is the bridle bit, and you have these two things that holds it, so you able to control the animal. All right, which in this form is a horse. So that's like, okay. So we understand that the reins are emotions. So let me say, I said, let me look up reins. Matter of fact, before I go to reins, let me get to this particular scripture that was screaming in my head. 2 Corinthians 10, I start at 4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. What is the weapons of our warfare? The weapons of our warfare are the scriptures. All right. Though we in the flesh, we don't let the flesh reign, meaning we don't let the flesh control, because that's the carnality of the matter. We are spiritual beings. We're spiritual. There's the spiritual first, then there's the carnal. So though we have the weapons that are spiritual, and the weapon is something that harms, we're not carnal. So we're not physically out there doing any harm to anyone. But the weapons of our warfare are carnal, or not carnal, but our weapons. Hebrews 4:12, which should get that real quick, states, Hebrews 4:12, it says, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful. So the weapons of our warfare is the words of the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, it's quick and powerful. It's precise. All right, it says, and sharper than any two-edged sword. So the most sharpest sword in the planet Earth is not sharp as the words of the Lord. All right, and we are bestowed to be the handlers of the word of the Lord. The Lord gave us, like it says, Jeremiah, first chapter, around the 5th verse, right? That we was ordained, so we was bestowed, we was employed to handle the word of the Lord delicately. All right, that's what the Lord said. Yahushua said, don't give your slack, roughly paraphrasing it, to not to give this truth unto people that are like swine, because swine trample it. They take the truth. We see, but he used a pearl. And then what would a pig do with a pearl? It wouldn't see the beauty in it. All right. So we're not here to mishandle the words of the Lord. So that's what I meant to say. All right. It says, then any two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing sunder of the soul and the spirit, of the joints and marrow and thoughts. So, and is the discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart. So all this is key. This is what we've been given. All right. It is a two-edged sword, because yet we give judgment, and if we're not careful enough, we also get pierced by that judgment. All right. So we can't go out there and be hypocrites about saying certain things, and we ourselves are doing the opposite. All right. That's not coming of a man of the Lord. Okay. And the Lord might let you say something or do something, and he get you back. That's how it works. But anyway, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Back to 2 Corinthians 10:4. But mighty through the Most High, the pulling down of strongholds, which this whole environment that we've been placed in is nothing but strongholds, different philosophies, different things that to destroy us. All right, casting down the imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shai. So that was something that was screaming in my head, because it says, now look up, it says it, and the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity, being a prisoner, every thought. So we look up the word thought, which is quite simple. It says a noma, a mental perception, right? Thought, an evil purpose, that which thinks the mind, thoughts, or purpose. So what it says more? It says the perception that is purpose, or by implication that the intellect disposition itself, device, mind, thought. So every single thought in your mind, until every single thought in your mind is caught in captivity of Yahweh Shai. Keep that in mind, all right? Because that's what's something that was screaming in my head. So I look up the word reign, and there's plenty of scriptures that's in the Bible that says it. Reins. Let's get Pacific. So I bring some out. Which one that was beautifully said? There's a whole bunch of them, but Job 19:27. Whom shall I see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another? Though my thoughts be consumed within, or my reins, though my reins, I said, although my not another, though my reins be consumed within. Same definition. It's not talking about the kidney. It's talking about your emotions. What's in your head? Your emotions going on. Here's a key one. Psalms 26:2. Examine me, O Lord, and prove me. Try my reins and my heart. So we know what heart means. It's talking about your mind. And we know what reins means. It's talking about your emotions. And what did David say? He said, examine me, O Lord. When somebody examines you, what do? They scopeo, all right? They look at you, at your moves, your everything, everything that you do. Let's play dumb. Look up the word examine. It says examine, to try, prove. To examine, scrutinize, to test, prove, try, of gold, person, the heart, the mind, the man of God, to be tried, proved, to make a trial. So the Lord is trying us, He's trying our thoughts, all right? He's trying our minds. He's trying our everything. And one thing we have to understand, yes, we are emotional beings, but sometimes when our emotions get to us, that's the Lord trying us, all right? That's the Lord trying us, bro. And I'm saying, I'm like, it makes sense now. It says, Psalms 16:7. I will bless the Lord who have given me counsel. My reins, my thoughts, my emotions also instruct me in the night season. I'm gonna keep going. What else? It says, oh yeah. For is this my reins and cover? No. That's not what I was looking for. So I got Jeremiah 17:10. There's another one. There it is. Revelations 2:23. I will kill her children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he which searcheth the reins and hearts, and I will give unto every one of you according to your works. Let me look up the word reins once again. This is in the Greek. It says kidney. It's not talking about the kidney. What is the function of a kidney? The function of a kidney is to filter out your blood. All right, that's the function of a kidney. It's to filter out the blood. Bad blood, and it cleans it out. So just the same thing, your emotions, the Lord is cleansing out the emotion, your emotional state. All right. Every corner in the mind of a man must think upon the Lord's. Think upon the Lord. It says, kidney, loins, which is not talking about that. Use of the inmost thoughts, feelings, purposes of the soul. So the inmost thoughts of purposes of the soul, the Lord is trying every one of us. Okay? He is filtering us out. So that way we, going back to 2 Corinthians 10:5, it says, casting down every imagination. And we know what our imaginations are. Okay? We think crazy thoughts. Why is that? Because we're being bombarded in the mind consistently. We're being attacked in the mind consistently. Who's doing that? Matter of fact, we get that real quick. Ephesians 6:11. I want to get to the point. Alright, you know what? Yeah, let me start out there. Ephesians 6:10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. So be strong in the Lord. It sounds easy, right? Just believe and so forth. But how are we being strong? What is the first thing that needs to be strengthened? Is our minds in the Lord. All right? Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So put in this word, ingest this word, all right? Make it your everything, and it tells you in detail each body part that needs to be protected, and its purpose. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, not against physical people. All right, nobody's coming around to start wrestling a brother. All right, it's not speaking of that. It says, but against principalities, which principalities means demons, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world. And they're the ones that promote or make this realm of world, this battlefield earth, and make this difficult. They the ones that make things, they add more things against us. All right, and this place is nothing but a playground for demons. Okay, so this is what we're fighting for. This is what we're fighting against. All right, it says against spiritual wickedness in high places. So the spiritual antennas are high, but it's not invoking righteous spirits. It's invoking wicked spirits. So we're fighting these things, okay? And what is one of the main things that they do with all these things that they set upon us? The falsification of the image of the Lord, his name, his people, about us, all right, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that you, this captivity and so forth, they destroy the family structure, all these things mounting up, all right, and leaves the mind of men open, which makes men simple. The word simple means open-minded. So it leaves your mind open. Okay, so all these weird word doctrines and different thought process is wicked imagination. So the Lord is trying our thoughts. Keep going. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day. So all the stuff that we're going through is to prepare us for those days to come, the dark days. As having done all, to having prepared, having done all the things that's necessary to stand. Stand on what? On our own merit or on our own strength? No, to stand upon the Lord. This is why the Lord is trying us daily. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. No matter how hard it is, this is why we must, the truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And what does it mean by having your feet shod? Once you hear this, where you run with it, all right? Be it an evangelist, spread the good news, all right? The gospel of peace. Gospel means good news of peace. That this hell that we in is only temporary, okay? This hell that we fighting is for a greater purpose. So we run with that. It says, above all, take the shield of faith. Let your faith protect you. All right, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So whatever Esau says, whatever Esau does, or whatever things come into mind, is your faith that protects you. All right. What is a shield? A shield is supposed to protect a man's torso, from his neck on down. He could put it for his head. He could lower himself, but it's to protect him, right? And it says, and take the helmet of salvation. And what does the helmet represent? Your hope, all right? Your hope and salvation. It says, and the sword. So not only are you protected, not only you're able, you protected. You have the armor, and nothing was in the ordinary to attack you, but you also have, the Lord is not just granted us just to sit there and just be defenseless. We also can fight back. All right, the sword of the Spirit, which we read in Hebrews 4:12, which is the word of the Most High, praying always with all prayer and supplication in spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. So our greatest tool is what? Prayer. All right, prayer. Out of all things, and prayer means to beg, to call out. So going back to this, and I'm gonna end it off here. 2 Corinthians 10. That was 6 or 5? No, 5. It says, and casting down the imaginations and every high thing which we just established, all the wicked things that surround us, all right, that exalt itself, the pride of men, against the knowledge of the Most High. Esau is going out there saying Heavenly Father doesn't exist, his creation that doesn't exist, all right, and bring it into captivity, going back to the prison, all right, but not the prison of this world, the prison of mind. Every thought. So all our emotions, all our reins, all our emotions, all right, every single thought is supposed to be in who? To the obedience, all right, of Yahweh Shai. So every corner of our mind is supposed to be in Yahweh Shai, all right. Everything that we think of is supposed to be leading to Yahweh Shai. So with that, I hope you brothers were edified. It was something that came into my spirit. I just wanted to bring it out. I want you brothers to edify. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.